The flickering fluorescent lights of the Nigerian clinic seemed to hum with the same nervous energy that crackled around Angela Deem. "My eggs are good," she bellowed, her voice echoing off the stark white walls. I'm ovulating. I'm ovulating." Michael, her much younger Nigerian fiancé, winced slightly, a familiar expression of both adoration and exasperation on his face. This wasn't just a simple doctor's visit. This was Angela's grand pronouncement to the world, to Michael, and to herself, that despite being in her 50s, she was still fertile, still capable of giving Michael the baby he so desperately wanted, even if it meant risking her own health. The doctor, a picture of practiced calm, tried to explain the complexities, the risks, the low odds. But Angela wasn't hearing it. Her belief was a force of nature, unyielding and loud. She envisioned a future where she, Angela, would carry Michael's child, a tangible symbol of their unconventional love story, even if every medical professional whispered otherwise. This fierce, almost defiant optimism in the face of reality was vintage Angela, a defining characteristic of her journey on 90-Day Fiancé. Her journey with Michael was a roller coaster of epic proportions, filled with more screaming matches, tearful reconciliations, and dramatic pronouncements than a Shakespearean play. Their first meeting in Nigeria had been a whirlwind, a cultural collision that promised both chaos and undeniable chemistry. Angela, a fiercely independent American from Georgia, arrived with a confidence that bordered on belligerence, ready to claim her man. Michael, charming and eager to please, was often left reeling in her wake. One of their early, most iconic clashes involved Michael's alleged infidelity. Angela, phone clutched in hand, paced furiously, a hurricane of accusation. "Michael, did you just tell that woman you love her?" she demanded, her voice rising to a crescendo that could shatter glass. Michael, trapped, stammered, denied, and eventually admitted to a lapse in judgment. Angela's reaction was explosive. "I'm done. Done with you, Michael," she screamed, the words carrying the weight of 1,000 broken promises. She stormed off, threatening to leave Nigeria, to end their engagement, to completely obliterate their future. Yet, as always, the raw, undeniable pull between them would eventually lead to another tearful apology, another hesitant embrace, another fragile promise to try again. These cycles of intense conflict followed by equally intense reconciliation became the hallmark of their relationship, keeping viewers perpetually on the edge of their seats, wondering if this time, would truly be the end. The concept of trust was a constant battleground for them. Angela, having been hurt before, approached their relationship with a deep-seated skepticism that often manifested as control. Michael, on the other hand, often felt stifled by her constant questioning and demands. Her paranoia about him cheating, fueled by cultural differences and communication breakdowns, often escalated into full-blown public spectacles. There was the infamous moment when she confronted Michael's friends, demanding to know if they were bad influences, or if they encouraged his supposed philandering. Her interrogation was less a conversation and more a cross-examination, her finger pointed accusingly, her eyes narrowed with suspicion. The bewildered expressions on the faces of Michael's friends, who simply wanted to celebrate with the couple, spoke volumes. Angela's loyalty was fierce, almost possessive, and any perceived threat to her relationship with Michael was met with a protective fury that was both terrifying and, in a strange way, endearing. She was a mama bear protecting her cub, even if that cub was a grown man who sometimes felt more like her son than her partner. Her relationship with Michael wasn't the only one that garnered significant attention. Angela's unwavering devotion to her mother, Glenda, was a touching counterpoint to her often turbulent romantic life. When Glenda fell ill, Angela dropped everything, her usual boisterous persona softening into one of profound vulnerability and concern. She tirelessly cared for her mother, putting Glenda's needs above all else, showcasing a depth of compassion that viewers rarely saw amidst her shouting matches with Michael. This side of Angela, the devoted daughter, provided a glimpse into the complex woman beneath the larger-than-life persona, reminding everyone that she was not just a reality TV character, but a person with deep family ties and emotional burdens. The stark contrast between her tender moments with Glenda and her fiery confrontations with Michael highlighted the multifaceted nature of her personality. Then there was the cake incident. Oh, the cake incident. A moment so absurd, so perfectly Angela, that it became instantly legendary. During a tense discussion with Michael, who was trying to offer an explanation or apology for some perceived slight, Angela, in a fit of pique, seized a delicious-looking cake from the table and, in a move that shocked everyone, threw it in Michael's face. The slow-motion replay of the frosting splattering across Michael's bewildered expression was a masterpiece of reality television. It was impulsive, over-the-top, and utterly, uniquely Angela. The act was less about destroying a dessert and more about conveying her frustration and anger in the most dramatic way possible. It was a visual metaphor for the explosive nature of their relationship, a spontaneous act of rebellion against Michael's perceived transgressions. The aftermath involved more shouting, more apologies, and eventually the cleanup of a very messy situation. But the image of the cake hitting Michael's face would forever be etched in the minds of 90-Day Fiancé fans. Angela's health journey also became a prominent storyline, particularly her decision to undergo weight loss surgery. This was a significant moment for her, both personally and publicly. While many applauded her for taking steps to improve her health, her motivations were often intertwined with her desire to please Michael and to look good for him. Her surgery and subsequent transformation became a major talking point, with fans eager to see her progress. However, even this personal journey wasn't without its Angela-esque drama. There were arguments with Michael about her decision, his concerns about her safety, and her own struggles with the recovery process. She was unapologetically open about her experience, sharing the highs and lows, the pain and the triumphs, with the same raw honesty that characterized all aspects of her life on screen. Her desire for a cigarette immediately post-op, against medical advice, became another unforgettable Angela moment, showcasing her defiant spirit even in the face of her own vulnerability. The concept of a topper was another source of endless amusement and exasperation for viewers. Angela's signature hairstyle, a rather voluminous and often gravity-defying blonde creation, was referred to by her as her topper. She was fiercely protective of it, and any suggestion of it being a wig or hairpiece was met with a furious denial. The topper was a part of her identity, an extension of her larger-than-life persona. It was a symbol of her commitment to looking her best, even if that best was sometimes a little unconventional. The debates and discussions around her topper, especially when Michael would innocently comment on it, often led to humorous and explosive arguments, further cementing its place in 90-Day Fiancé lore. The topper was more than just hair. It was Angela's crown, and she wore it with pride, daring anyone to question its authenticity. Then came the tell-all episodes, always a hotbed of drama for any 90-Day Fiancé couple, but for Angela and Michael, they were an arena for pure spectacle. Angela, never one to back down from a confrontation, would often dominate the stage, her voice booming, her finger wagging at anyone who dared to question her or Michael. She famously got into heated exchanges with other cast members, defending Michael fiercely one moment, then scolding him herself the next. Her passionate outbursts, her unfiltered opinions, and her complete disregard for polite television decorum made her a tell-all MVP. She had a way of cutting through the niceties, getting straight to the heart of the matter, even if it meant offending a few people along the way. Her confrontational style, while sometimes abrasive, was also refreshingly honest. She was, and is, a woman who speaks her mind, consequences be damned. One of the most persistent issues in their relationship was the desire for a baby. Michael longed for a biological child, a dream that Angela, despite her age and medical challenges, desperately wanted to fulfill. Her relentless pursuit of options, including trying to carry a baby herself, even against medical advice, and exploring egg donation, showcased her deep love for Michael and her unwavering commitment to making their marriage work, even if it meant incredible sacrifices. The heartbreaking reality that she couldn't carry a child, and the emotional toll it took on both of them, added a poignant layer to their often comedic drama. Her insistence on carrying the baby, despite all odds, was a powerful display of her fighting spirit, a testament to her belief that anything was possible if she just wanted it enough. It highlighted the depth of her emotional investment in their relationship, her desire to give Michael everything he wanted, even if it pushed her to her physical and emotional limits. Her visa struggles with Michael were another enduring source of stress and anger. The countless hours spent waiting, the piles of paperwork, the frustrating delays, all contributed to Angela's notoriously short fuse. Her rants about the immigration process, her exasperation with bureaucracy, and her fierce determination to bring Michael to America were relatable to many viewers who have faced similar hurdles. Her outbursts, while often directed at Michael, were really expressions of her frustration with a system that seemed intent on keeping them apart. She fought tooth and nail for their future together, displaying an incredible resilience and a refusal to give up, no matter how many obstacles were thrown in their path. The weight of their cross-continental love story, constantly threatened by borders and paperwork, often brought out Angela's most passionate and sometimes most outrageous reactions. The accusations of smoking, especially after her weight loss surgery, became a recurring point of contention. Despite her doctor's warnings and Michael's pleas, Angela struggled to quit her smoking habit. Her furtive cigarettes, often snatched in moments of stress or rebellion, became a symbol of her struggles with self-control and her defiant streak. Michael's concern for her health was often met with Angela's dismissive responses, leading to more arguments. This particular habit became a visual representation of the internal battles she faced, the struggle between her desire for a healthier life and her deeply ingrained habits. It was a relatable human flaw, magnified by the unforgiving lens of reality television. Angela's interactions with other cast members, both on and off the show, also contributed to her viral status. She was never shy about offering her opinion, whether it was advice, criticism, or staunch defense. Her feuds and friendships with other 90-Day Fiancé personalities often made headlines, further cementing her as a central figure in the franchise. Her larger-than-life personality naturally gravitated towards drama, and she was always ready to jump into the fray, whether it was to support a friend or tear down an enemy. Her outspoken nature made her a compelling watch, ensuring that wherever Angela was, entertainment was sure to follow. Her relationship with the camera itself was fascinating. Angela was a natural, completely uninhibited, almost unaware of its presence. She laid bare her emotions, her flaws, her love, and her anger with a raw authenticity that few reality stars achieve. This transparency, combined with her often outrageous behavior, made her endlessly compelling. She wasn't playing a character. She was simply Angela in all her unfiltered glory. This genuine approach, even in her most explosive moments, is what truly resonated with viewers and solidified her status as a reality TV legend. Her willingness to be completely herself, warts and all, was her greatest strength and the source of her most unforgettable and often most outrageous moments. From the infamous "My eggs are good" declaration to the cake-tossing spectacle, to her relentless pursuit of Michael and her fiery tell-all performances, Angela Deem's journey on 90-Day Fiancé has been nothing short of a phenomenon. She is a woman of contradictions, fiercely loving yet prone to explosive anger, deeply vulnerable yet undeniably strong, traditional in some ways yet fiercely independent. These contrasts, played out on a global stage, have created a captivating narrative that has transcended the typical reality show storyline. Her unapologetic authenticity, her unwavering devotion to her loved ones, and her spectacular flair for the dramatic have made her one of the most talked about, memed, and unforgettable figures in reality television history. Whether you love her or love to hate her, there's no denying that Angela Deem has left an indelible mark on the landscape of pop culture, forever etching her outrageous moments into the annals of viral fame. She is, in every sense of the word, an icon.